The candidates were provided questions beforehand, which is kind of a unique opportunity for them so that they know exactly what we're going to be doing. And it's also unique for you because you know what we're doing as well. And what we have is 4 questions. We're going to have the opening statements, and then we're going to have 4 specific questions that they're all going to have an opportunity to answer. And also it's timed, as I mentioned, so it's a 2-minute opportunity with an opportunity for rebuttal if they so choose, but not necessarily if we don't have anyone that likes to. And that's also going to be a timed 1-minute response. We're going to go ahead and get started this evening with our opening statements. And again, we're going to rotate this, but we're going to go ahead and start off with our mayoral candidates. And we're going to start off with Mr. Rindin, and then we're going to go to Ms. Salas. Thank you very much. Yes, sir.
First of all, I want to thank everyone for being here to the forum tonight, because this is important for the city of Chula Vista. And most of all, I want to thank both Southwestern College and the Chula Vista Chamber of Commerce for co-hosting the forum for tonight, and also Professor Philip Sines for his efforts in coordinating and setting up the procedures. We thank you very much for doing that. I have the background and experience needed to be your mayor. I've served this city 6 years as your deputy mayor, 16 years as your council member, longest in the history of the city, and 10 years as a principal of Hilltop High School. 16 years as vice chair of the Metropolitan Transit System, or MTS, and served multiple years on Sandag. In addition, last year I was the president of the Chula Vista Chamber of Commerce, which has nearly 800 member businesses. I have the proven leadership to be your mayor, and I have a record of building nonpartisan partnerships, which I will continue to use to move this city forward for the Bayfront, the Millennium Village, and the new university that we have plans for. One of the major aspects that sets me apart from my opponent is that I've always completed every term for which I have been elected or appointed, and I did not stop my services or abandon my term in midterm to seek higher office. I have always remained committed to the voters, and unlike my opponent, who on multiple occasions has sought higher office in the midst of a current term, if elected, my opponent will end up costing the taxpayers over $1 million to fill the vacancy on the city council seat by special election. The ideal scenario, of course, is to have the services of all the good people. Elect Jerry Rindin as mayor, keep my opponent on the city council for 2 years, and save the taxpayers well over $1 million.
Okay, thank you very much. And we're going to go to Ms. Salas.
It's on? Okay. Thank you, Phil. Thank you, Southwestern College and the Chamber for hosting this forum. But most of all, I want to thank the community members that came out and care so much for their community that they really want to see what will make the difference between the potential mayor of the next 4 to 8 years in the city of Chula Vista. And I think that there could be nothing more honoring to me, or that I would be more honored to do, is to serve my community, a community where I raised my children, and now my grandchildren are thriving. My family's been here since 1919, and I'm very proud of the work that they've done in their community, the commitment that they've had in order to make their city more beautiful and a greater community to live. And that's where I get my drive to serve as a public servant to you. I think you're going to hear a lot of things where a council member or Jerry and I agree upon. A lot of the same in common vision. So what will really make the difference in this race? The difference will come to who can better represent the city, who can be that person that's out in front representing the city to draw in new businesses, to take in all the new residents and the community members that have moved to Chula Vista, to bring them and make them a part of our community, to use their talent and their intellect. My background is in economic development. I served in the state of California. I've got multiple relationships there that will be really important as we move the city forward. I just wanted to mention one thing. Mr. Rindin is mistaken about a special election costing the city. We have a proposition on the ballot this November that I hope that you support. It's Proposition B, which will allow the City Council to make an appointment in the course of a special election to fill a vacancy. Thank you.
We're going to go ahead and allow Mr. Padilla to go ahead and have his opening statement. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thanks to the sponsors, and thanks to all of you for taking time to come this evening. I'm really privileged and blessed to have the opportunity to have a chance to serve my community again, where I grew up. The community that's given me many opportunities throughout my personal and my professional career. The coming years for the Chula Vista City Council as a whole are going to be very important. We're going to be moving from a lot of planning that's occurred in recent years to actually doing and implementing. And that is going to require a city council that is focused together as a team, that works well, respecting differences, but has the same objective in mind, and that is to advance this community forward. It's going to take city council members who are focused on the issues, who are dedicated to delivering results. I think I'm the only candidate in my race who has the level of diverse experience that I bring as a mayor, as a council member, as a port commissioner, as a coastal commissioner, and as a small business owner. And certainly I'm the only candidate in my race that has a proven record of building coalitions and consensus in order to deliver real results, much like the Bayfront Master Plan, or pushing the initial University Park and Research Center forward. It takes real leadership. It takes leadership that is less concerned with self-promotion. It does not take leadership that is concerned with taking credit for everything and responsibility for nothing. We need leaders that are going to work together, and I think I can be one of those leaders and bring that experience to the table and move this community forward in the coming years. You know, it's great that you're all here tonight. Over a month ago, I challenged my opponent, Mr. McCann, who is not here tonight, to debate me in small neighborhoods all over our community. Let's do Otay Ranch. Let's do East Lake. Let's debate on the west side. Let's talk to people in person about the issues in your neighborhoods that are important to you. And he hasn't even responded. And tonight, unfortunately, because he didn't get enough notice, according to him, he's not here tonight either. This is a great disservice. So I'm going to debate Mr. McCann tonight in absentia. And I'm looking forward to it. Thank you for being here.
Thank you very much. To use the moderator's prerogative, I wanted to have him here, and I wish he would have accepted. Unfortunately, he has a time conflict, so I hope that he's not prejudiced by that. And I'd encourage everyone here to go out and seek more information from his campaign. And it's unfair that we're not able to have him here, but we're going to move forward anyway. Thank you very much. Now, he's running against him for seat number 1. Of course, there's another seat, that's seat number 2, and we're going to hear from Ms. Aguilar. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm honored to be here this evening. Southwestern College has a special place in my heart, and I think it always will. I grew up in a very politically aware family. At our dinner table, there were always discussions about politics. So this has always been a part of my life. And when Southwestern College, a former administration, wanted to convert what you all know as a corner lot to a strip mall, I led a group of people in the community who came before board meetings, meeting after meeting after meeting, to oppose that, and eventually it was defeated. When there was an issue at Southwestern College over free speech, when the administration had designated one sort of little postage stamp size piece of property on the college campus as the only place where you could speak your mind, I spoke before the board of the college and opposed it. So this feels like home to me. In addition to that, my husband was a student here and is a former member of the board, Southwestern College board, so it feels like old home week to me. I've been on the council for 4 years. I was elected in 2010 and now running for re-election. I'm really proud of the accomplishments that we've managed to pull together over those past years. We've added a lot of operating hours to our city libraries and the Norman Park Senior Center. We've increased funding and gotten additional police officers. We got all our firefighters trained in advanced life support, so now all of our firefighters are trained paramedics. We made improvements to the city's Bayfront plan to put in additional parkland. we approved the city's first code of ethics, one of the things I'm really, really proud of. So make sure you vote however you vote for tonight, or on November 4th, not tonight, but on November 4th.
Okay, thank you very much. Member opponent, Mr. Smith.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Dan Smith. I'm married to Lila Smith, who's present in our audience tonight. I live here in Chula Vista with my family, our family, with 3 children. One that goes to middle school, one in high school, and one at Southwestern. And I'm here really to talk about you all, you students here. My platform is about jobs. About 63 to 83,000 people leave Chula Vista every morning to go work someplace else. That is, to me, very environmentally irresponsible. It creates a huge carbon footprint, and it leaves all these people, all these parents in San Diego working and away from their kids. I'm talking about bringing jobs to Chula Vista, to the second largest city in the county of San Diego. And if we do that, if we bring these like light industrial jobs, if we bring an incubation, sort of a technology hub here to Chula Vista and work with, let's say, Calimex in Baja, and really talk about these light assembly jobs that are going up to Vista and up to North County, and bring them here, we'll have jobs for you. And we'll have jobs here in Chula Vista. That improves the quality of life. That improves the time that parents can spend with their children. That lessens crime. That also, it just helps the community all the way around as in the quality of life standpoint. So that's really what I'm talking about, and it's really something that affects all of you, because where are you going to work when you get done, when you graduate? And that's what I'm all about, is that's what we have to work on in Chula Vista. My opponent says that she would like to keep Chula Vista residential. We're not a retirement community. Is anybody here ready to retire out of college? I hope not. I want you to get a job, a good one, a good paying job. And I would like you to vote for Dan Smith for Chula Vista, seat 2, and let's get going on that.